Hi, Dave from digiDirect here. I'm lost in the bushland, but it's okay because I've got the ECM-S1. Okay, well first off, I just want to break down the design of this microphone that we've got right here. As you can see, it's a wireless microphone. It operates via a receiver which you've attached to the top of the camera here. It's a very sort of standard setup. You've got your on button here, your mute button, and you've got two dials on the side here. The top dial here, of course, adjusts your sensitivity. The bottom dial here adjusts the volume on either your computer, phone, or headphones. Another thing I like is on the back here, you've also got a little jack port here, so you can actually plug in your headphones and actually monitor the audio as it's recorded, which is, as I understand, a big deal for a lot of people if they're recording their own audio. You want to be able to monitor it at the time, so that's, a really big deal. I love that. There's a USB-C port on the back of this microphone. Basically, you can plug this in via USB-C to another USB-C device and record directly from this microphone into your device. So this is going to work great for your laptops or your more current iPhones, such as the iPhone 15, which all four of you probably have. Alright, so obviously I've got this microphone on the stand right now. The surface is a bit uneven, but it's staying perfectly upright. So it's great. It's not a very heavy stand, so it's not going to tip over. And of course, you can adjust the microphone like so if need be. Another great thing is if you're not a fan of this microphone stand, you can detach it with no problem. It comes off, there's no sort of clip that sort of holds it in place. It's just very much, it just stays there like magic really. Once you take the stand off, you do actually have a thread hole here. So you can screw this onto anything that will take it. So you have the C stand, of course, which you can screw this onto and just have it hang overhead. It's fantastic. You can even just tie this to the top of your camera cage or even just any sort of light stand. So that's great. So the thing to note about the receiver is it does use a MI hot shoe on the top and charges directly from the hot shoe to the mount that it's placed in. So you do actually have a cordless free microphone here. Another thing to also note is that this microphone has up to 13 hours battery power. So I can be stuck out here for a while and not have to worry about a thing. It's a really fantastic microphone. But if you are concerned about having an infinite battery source, you do of course have the little USB-C port in the back here. Now in terms of audio quality, this microphone records at 48 kHz sample rate at 24-bit depth. So it's not 32-bit float, so you can't scream and break the sound barrier and still expect the audio to be maintained. But that 24-bit is a really good standard to reach for when it comes to your audio recording, especially when you're doing your own content creation. On the back here, you also have a trigger that basically reduces noise. So you do have right now the low cut noise on this microphone, and this is what it sounds like. But once I flick this off, you're probably hearing just a little bit more now. Got a strong gust sort of coming through. My voice might even sound a bit clearer now that I've got the low cut turned off. But once we flick the noise cut on, it's completely zeroed into my voice. You might hear a few little background things, but otherwise the complete focus is on, well, my voice. So right now I'm pretty sure I'm hallucinating, but I've got the noise cutter flicked on, which is basically going to remove a lot of this music that's playing. Here, I'll just flick it on now. So this is the music playing right now. Flick the noise cutter on, and there you have it. Noise cutter has basically reduced the music significantly. This is going to be great for you if you want to, say, record audio in a very busy space, such as a bar, a club, or even just a general music venue. This is a great microphone. Another thing I'd also like to talk about is this microphone does have directional capabilities. This microphone is typically a omnidirectional microphone, which is actually fantastic if you want to interview multiple people, as you can simply place this microphone between two people or as many people as you want really, and it will record all of them. So you don't need to have multiple microphones, you don't have to sync up multiple microphones. You can just simply have one microphone that records everyone. But you can change the direction with this trigger on the back to a unidirectional. You have an option for unidirectional mono and unidirectional stereo. So there's your options. Okay, so I'm stuck in a pit here and I have no idea how I'm gonna get out. But one thing I do have a good idea about is if my microphone is connected to my camera. And this is basically because this microphone here can actually connect at up to 150 meters away from the camera. So basically another thing you're probably wondering is how do I even know if this microphone is connected to this camera? Well, basically I have this little link light here on the microphone. What this does is pretty much if I fall out of the 150 meter range of the camera and the receiver, this little light here will flick off. But as you can see, it's still blinking, it's still on, which means I'm still within range. I also have this great little gain indicator here on the side of the microphone, where if I clip like so, it will flash red, so I can actually monitor my audio a bit better from a great distance. This option to shoot much further away from the receiver is honestly fantastic. As well, you can shoot wider shots, or you can still shoot yourself if you fall into a pit and have no idea how to get out. And also, if for whatever reason you want to have the camera fairly far away from your subject, so you don't want it right in your subject's face, but a bit more discreetly placed or further away placed. So yeah, that's the distance. Now I've got to try and get out of here. So yeah, that's the ECM-M1. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments below.